You missed this in Inside Out. During one of the flashback scenes for Riley, if you pay attention to the coffee table, you might recognize a familiar face on a magazine. That can't be Colette from Ratatouille, is it? It looks like she became a well-known chef after all. You missed this hidden detail in Lightyear. During the scene when Buzz Lightyear and his crew are getting food, there's an easy to miss reference to an upcoming Pixar film. If you slow down the scene just a tad, you will notice a reference to Pixar's film Elemental, because that's our water boy Wade, who's one of the main characters in the new movie. You missed this little detail in Princess and the Frog. During the scene when Tiana is walking around New Orleans, you might notice a familiar rug being cleaned that might have some magical powers. Alright, someone needs to tell Aladdin to keep track of his stuff because he's missing his magic carpet. I was watching Coco when I noticed something. During this particular scene, on the right hand side of the screen, you will notice a couple of references to some other Pixar films, including Woody and Buzz from Toy Story, as well as Mike and Sully from Monsters Inc. You missed this hidden detail in Coco. During the first scene with Miguel, when he's playing Ernesto's guitar, you'll notice that the skull on top of it has a golden tooth, hinting that the guitar never belonged to Ernesto. Because Ernesto never had one, you'll see that Hector does. You missed this in Cars 2. There's actually an exact scene replica from Pixar's Up in Cars 2. During the scene when Kevin the bird and Doug the dog are annoying Carl, he throws one of his tennis balls from his walker into the jungle. It turns out that the jungle that Doug runs into is the exact same background as the one that appears in Cars 2. You missed this hidden detail in Frozen 2. During the scene when Elsa and Anna are playing as kids, Elsa has actually put together some action figures of the flying elephant Dumbo and the crime-fighting robot Baymax. I wonder if she saw the films. You missed this in Moana. In the scene when they are talking about the ancient monsters to all the kiddos, one of these monsters looks kind of familiar. Is that Marshmallow from Frozen? It's kind of funny that islanders would be scared of an ice giant. I mean, they have the natural defense of the sun. You missed this in Tangled. When Mother Gothel finishes singing Mother Knows Best, she ends up saying,
I love you most.
And actually kisses Rapunzel's hair and not her forehead. Did you also notice that she was staring at it the whole time too? You definitely missed this in Toy Story 4. In the scene when Bonnie is heading to school, once she arrives, there's a kid that looks awfully familiar in her class. But wait a second, that can't be. Is that Boo from Monsters Inc? All grown up? Something seems off here. But you missed this hidden detail in Moana. During the scene when Tamatoa the crab is singing his famous song Shiny, sharp-eyed Disney fans can actually notice something that looks familiar in the treasure on his shell. Wait a second, is that Aladdin's lamp? Aladdin needs to keep track of his stuff, because that can fall into the wrong hands.